Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Lake versus Crestview. I think we better prepare for some cranial combat. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. Welcome to BGSU Brain Game, Lake versus Crestview. Let's meet our teams. Starting with Crestview, tell us who you are.
I'm Sam Boroff. I'm a sophomore. To my left is Levi Ludwig, a junior. To my right is Drew Gray, another junior.
All right, and who's your coach?
Shelby Miller, but she is not here.
Okay, well, welcome to you, and shout out to your coach out there. Lake, tell us who you are.
I'm Zach Bushman, a senior. To my left is Brian Zhang, also a senior. And to my right is Zeke Ballsmeyer, a junior.
All right, and coached by?
Nikki Bazzoli.
All right, welcome to Lake. Welcome to Crestview. This is the toss-up round. All questions in this round are worth 10 points. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can play a little bit looser on your buzzers. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Lake, Crestview, are you ready? Toss-up round, here we go. Lincoln said to her when they met, "So you're the little lady who wrote the book that caused this great war. Name the author of Uncle Tom's Cabin." Crestview, Levi.
Harriet Beecher Stowe.
Correct. Crestview on the board first. In the fairy tale Jack and the Beanstalk, what does Jack steal on his third visit to the giant's castle? That would be Crestview. Drew.
A cow.
Incorrect. Lake. That would be Zachary.
Gold.
Incorrect. Would you believe it if I told you it was a harp? That's what it was. The words except, without, and past are examples of what part of speech? That would be Crestview. Sam.
Prepositions.
Prepositions is correct. Since the 1890s, this California city has hosted a breathtaking display of intricate floats and flora in its annual Rose Parade held in January. Name this city located in Los Angeles County. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Hollywood.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal? That would be Zachary.
Pasadena.
Pasadena is what we were looking for there. Yes. Though many of our early chief executives were involved in the founding of our country, only two actually signed the document stating our Declaration of Independence from the mother country. Name either. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson is correct, or John Adams. Name the English ship sank on May 7th, 1915, that helped fuel the fires of, that would be Lake. Ezekiel.
The Lusitania.
Lusitania is correct. State the ordinate of the point -3, 8. That would be Crestview. Sam.
8.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal? That would be Brian.
-3.
-3, correct. The last one in the Milky Way galaxy occurred in 1604. What phenomenon occurs when a large star transforms all the hydrogen in its core to iron and explodes? That would be Crestview. Sam.
Supernova.
Supernova, yes. Thumbelina is the heroine of a fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. Her adventure begins when she is kidnapped from her home to become the bride of what animal? That would be Lake. Zachary.
Sheep.
Incorrect. Crestview, opportunity to steal. That would be Levi.
Satyr.
Excuse me?
A satyr.
Incorrect. A frog. A frog. In economics, which 6-letter noun that begins with the letter B designates a person who is paid to buy and sell? That would be Lake. Zachary.
Broker.
Broker, yes. Sell goods or property for another person. That is all 10 questions in this round, and with that answer, we are tied. Lake, 40, Crestview, 40. Anybody's game still. Coming up next is our risk and reward round. Stay tuned. welcome back to BGSU's Brain Game. Lake, Crestview tied at 40 as we get ready to move to the risk and reward round. It goes a little something like this. Both teams, you are going to receive the same 9 questions. They are worth 10 points apiece. No deduction for an incorrect answer. When it comes time for our 10th question, we are going to give you an option. It is our risk and reward question. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments based upon a topic that we are going to give you. You get the question correct, you get those bonus points. If you get it wrong or a non-answer will result in a deduction of those points that were risked. However, if you don't like the topic, you don't have to bite on it. You can simply pass. All right, Lake, Crestview, you are tied. We had a coin toss at the beginning of this round. Crestview was the winner. You are sticking around. Lake, right this way. To isolation, you go. All right, Crestview, are you ready for your risk and reward round? All right, it starts right now. This term is used to describe a cell that has a clearly defined nucleus. That would be Sam.
Eukaryotic.
Eukaryotic is correct. If you are a Sherlock Holmes fan, you will remember Dr. Watson. However, what is Dr. Watson's first name? That would be Sam.
John Watson.
John Watson is correct. The pilot made a prodigious error in judgment. Spell the word judgment. That would be Sam.
J-U-D-G-E-M-E-N-T. Judgment.
Incorrect. No E after the G. Next question. On which side did Henry Fleming fight in the Red Badge of Courage? That would be Crestview. Sam.
The British.
Incorrect. The Union or the North side. Find the volume of water it would take to fill an aquarium measuring 4 feet by 3 feet by 7 feet. That would be Sam.
84 cubic feet.
84 cubic feet is correct. During a 60-year period, groundhogs have only been accurate with their weather predictions 28% of the time. To what country do we owe the tradition of Groundhog Day? That would be Sam.
Germany.
Germany is correct. If a quadratic equation is graphed, what is the resulting curve called? That would be Levi.
Parabola.
Parabola is correct. On which side of the heart is the bicuspid valve located? Sam.
Anatomical left.
Left it is. Correct. During the 18th century, this American author led many people to favor independence from England through his practical pamphlet, Common Sense. Name this man. That would be Sam.
Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine is correct. Risk and reward time. The topic is biology. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on the topic of biology, or you can simply pass. Crestview, what are you thinking?
10.
Sure, let's do it.
We will take it, risking 10 points.
10 points on biology for Crestview. Fireflies, glowworms, and certain fish and plankton all emit this type of light through the reaction of chemical compounds. Identify this 15-letter noun. That would be Sam.
Bioluminescence.
Correct. A bonus 10 points to you, Crestview. That is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time for you to head out that way and off to isolation you go. All right, let's bring back in Lake. Welcome back, Lake. I hope isolation was good to you. Are you ready for your risk and reward round? Okay, it starts right now. This term is used to describe a cell that has a clearly defined nucleus. That would be Zachary.
Eukaryote?
Will we accept that? Eukaryote? Yes, we will accept that. If you are a Sherlock Holmes fan, you will remember Dr. Watson. What is Dr. Watson's first name?
Anybody?
That would be Zachary.
Craig.
It is not Craig. Could be a nickname, we don't know, but the name we were looking for is John.
Of course, it's John.
The pilot made a prodigious error in judgment. Spell the word judgment. That would be Zachary.
Judgement.
No E after the G.
There is
no E after the G. That's a sneaky one. That is, I ain't gonna lie, that's a sneaky one. On which side did Henry Fleming fight in the Red Badge of Courage?
You're the one.
Time, the Union or the Northern side? Find the volume of water it would take to fill an aquarium measuring 4 feet by 3 feet by 7 feet. That would be Zachary.
84 cubic feet.
84 cubic feet is correct. During a 60-year period, groundhogs have been only accurate with their weather predictions 28% of the time. To what country do we owe the tradition of Groundhog Day? Zachary.
Ireland.
Incorrect. Germany. If a quadratic equation is graphed, what is the resulting curve called? That will be Zachary.
Parabola.
Parabola is correct. On which side of the heart is the bicuspid valve located?
To the right, isn't it? I think it's on the right.
That would be Zachary.
Right side?
Incorrect. Left side.
It's the right to us. Yeah.
During the 18th century, this American author led many people to favor independence from England through his practical pamphlet, Common Sense. Name this man. That would be Ezekiel.
Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine is correct. Risk and reward time. The topic is biology. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on biology, or you can simply pass. Lake, what are you thinking?
I'm going to do 5.
Only going to do 5 points. All right. 5 points on biology for Lake. Fireflies, glowworms, and certain fish and plankton all emit this type of light through the reaction of chemical compounds. Identify this 15-letter noun.
Yes.
That would be Brian.
Bioluminescence.
Bioluminescence is correct. Bonus 5 points for you. Lake, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Let's clear our scores and let's bring back in Crestview. Welcome back to Crestview. It is time to reveal our scores to our teams. Crestview stands at 120 points. Lake stands at 85 points. Still very much anybody's game. You're going to want to stick around. Our category round is coming up next, where questions can be worth up to 30 points apiece, but the plot's going to thicken. That's right, deductions are going to start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Lake, 85, Crestview, 120 points. Before moving on to our next round, we have some substitutions. Crestview, tell us who's joined your team.
To my right is Karis, a senior.
All right, welcome to you, Karis. Lake, who's joined your team?
To my left is Daniel Herman, freshman.
All right, welcome to you. And, of course, welcome to all of our returning players from the last round. This is the category round. We're going to turn up the temperature a little bit, but the power also shifts a little bit to our teams. There are 6 categories to choose from. Inside those categories are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. However, correct answer, thumbs up. Negative answer, thumbs down. You will lose points. So if you go for 20, you are risking 20 points. If you go for 10, you're risking 10 points. We do have a double or nothing question hidden somewhere in there. Could be worth double the points, or it would be worth double the points. No deduction for an incorrect answer. Could be a game changer. You never know. You can confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Lake, you're at 85 points, meaning you get the first selection.
Begins with CE 20.
begins with CE for 20 points. Identify each of the following people, places, or things that begin with the letters CE. If the correct response is a person's name, his or her last name, or single name begins with the letters CE. Noun that is synonymous with a ritual. Crestview, Sam.
Ceremony.
Ceremony is correct. Crestview takes control.
Mythology for 10.
Mythology, gods and goddesses for 10 points. I will describe a Roman or a Greek god or goddess. You identify the god or goddess described. Roman king of gods. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is correct. Crestview in control.
Myth 15.
Mythology for 15. Greek queen of gods. That would be Crestview. Levi.
Hera.
Hera is correct. Crestview in control.
Myth for 20.
Mythology for 20 points. Roman god of the sun. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Sol Invictus.
Well, we'll accept Sol, correct, or Apollo. Crestview in control.
Mythology for 25.
Mythology for 25. Greek god of darkness. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Nyx.
Incorrect. Lake, you have an opportunity to steal. That would be Ezekiel.
Hades.
Incorrect. Erebus is what we needed there. Erebus. Crestview in control.
Mythology 30.
Mythology for 30 points. Roman goddess of the dawn. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Aurora.
Aurora is correct. That finishes off that category. Crestview in control.
CE 15.
CE for 15 points. Swedish astronomer who invented the centigrade thermometer in 1742. That would be Lake. Zachary.
Celsius.
Celsius is correct. Lake takes back control.
CE 25.
CE for 25. Verb meaning to testify to the truth of a matter. That will be Crestview. Karis.
Certify.
Certify is what we were looking for there. Crestview back in control.
Begins with CE for 10.
Begins with CE now for 10 points. Verb meaning to come to an end. That would be Lake. Zachary.
Seed.
We will not accept seed. Crestview, would you like to steal? That would be Sam.
Cease.
Cease is indeed what we needed there. Crestview back in control.
Reversible words for 10.
Reversible words for 10 points. Reversible words are words that when spelled backwards form a different word. For example, when the letters of the word stressed are reversed, the new word formed is desserts. I will read two definitions. You provide the two words. Absorbent material wrapped around a baby's bottom, or to have given money owed to another. Time. That would be a diaper, and the reverse is repaid. Crestview in control.
Reversible words 15.
Reversible words for 15 points. Slang term for friends, or to hit someone in the face with the palm of the hand. That would be Lake. Zachary.
Slapping pals.
Correct. Lakeview takes back control.
Reversible 20.
Reversible words for 20 points. This is double or nothing. A cylindrical tube through which fluid is drunk, or a viral skin eruption on the body. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Cups or pus.
Will we accept that? We will not accept that. Lake, opportunity to steal. Time. Straw and warts is what we needed there. Straw and warts. Lake in control.
Begins with CE 30.
Begins with CE for 30 points. Former name of present-day Sri Lanka. Time. Ceylon is what we needed there. Lake in control.
Reversible 25.
Reversible now for 25 points. Flying mammals, or to slash with a knife. Lake. Zachary.
Bats. Stab.
Correct. Lake in control, making a move.
Reversible 30.
Reversible now for 30 points. The movement of water through a pipe or a wild animal. That would be Crestview. Sam.
Flo and Wolf.
Correct. Crestview in control.
Famous quotes 10.
Famous quotes for 10 points. Correctly identify each person who made the following statements. I am not a crook. That would be Lake. Ezekiel.
Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon is correct. Lake in control.
Solve me 20.
Solve me for 20 points. What does... end of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Lake at 115 points. Crestview currently in the lead with 255 points. Still anybody's game. Coming up next is our brainstorm round. Questions worth 20 points apiece. Stay tuned. Welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Lake 115 points, Crestview 255 points. Before we get to our next round, we have a returning player and a substitute. Crestview, tell us who has joined your team.
To my right is Saxton, a sophomore.
Welcome to you. Lake, who has rejoined the team?
Brian's back. He's a senior.
All right, welcome to you and to all of our returning players from the last round. This is it. This is for all the marbles. It is the brainstorm round. All questions in this round are worth 20 points apiece, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer, so it'll cost you. You may confer before buzzing in, but the big change, no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. Crestview, Lake, are you ready? Brainstorm starts right now. What was the name of the first submarine to reach the North Pole? Time. The Nautilus. What is the real name of the American legend Johnny Appleseed? Time. That would be John Chapman. The satellite Deimos orbits which planet? That would be Crestview. Sam.
Mars.
Mars is correct. To what continent are aardvarks native? That would be Lake. Zachary.
Australia.
Incorrect. Africa. How many zeros follow 3 in 3 million? Lake. Zachary.
6.
6 is correct. What do we call the outer layer of the kidney? Time. The renal cortex. How many dots are there on a pair of dice? Lake. Zachary.
42.
42 is correct. Find the volume of water it would take to fill an aquarium measuring 3 feet by 2 feet by 5 feet. That would be Lake. Zachary.
30 cubic feet.
Correct. The Paris Peace Accords ended what war? Crestview. Sam.
World War II.
Incorrect. Vietnam War. What biological term is used to describe the mutually beneficial relationship? Lake. Zachary.
Symbiosis.
Symbiosis is what we were looking for. What state shares Maryland's longest eastern border? Crestview. Sam.
Kentucky.
Incorrect. Delaware. What state provides the setting for the short story The Outcasts of Poker Flat? Time. That would be California. Our bodies contain 3 different kinds of muscles. 2 are smooth and skeletal. Name the third. Lake. Zachary.
Cardiac.
Cardiac is correct. Identify the U.S. state that is home to the Gila Desert. Lake. Zachary.
Arizona.
Arizona is correct. Who was the Roman god of agriculture and wealth? End of round. That was Saturn, by the way. What a competition we had indeed tonight, folks. Lake, 215 points. But hanging on for the win is Crestview with 235 points. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. The spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come out, meet in the middle, shake hands or bump some fists, and we'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.